Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Trader Talks. I hope you are all doing well. I wanted to discuss a new company for you all here, or a new company to Trader Talks, I should say. Hims and Her Health. We'll discuss why it's been in the news recently and potential levels to be aware of. As always with these presentations, remember that for educational purposes only and should not be taken as investment advice, personal recommendation, or an offer of or solicitation to buy or sell any financial instruments. If you're on the podcast and you want to follow along on YouTube, the link is there for you. And feel free to let me know what you think about this company. It's a favorite with the retail crowd. I think that's fair to say. It's been very popular on X and other platforms for quite some time now. It is quite a volatile asset, but the returns have been pretty good. And it's been in the news again recently after the acquisition of Zava. People are talking about it becoming the Netflix of the health industry, and it's a wellness brand intent on revolutionizing personal health and well-being. For those that have never heard of the company, there's big demand for the GLP-1 drugs as well. However, the question people are asking, is the valuation too high? Is there room to grow? And I just wanted to talk about a few important levels that I think traders will be looking at. They'll be focusing on, and for those that are on the podcast and want to see what I'm talking about, I have transitioned over to the charts over on eToro, and these are the main levels that I've been keeping an eye on. We're currently trading at 53.61 just before the open on the 5th of June. We're a little bit below the all-time high. It's not quite a double top on the levels where we had that previous high in February, but it's not a million miles away from that either. So key level, key zone in around 64.85, just below the previous all-time high. We rejected that 2 days ago on the announcement of Zava. It was up 20% before coming back down 20% as well. Hence why I said volatile. But that for me is a real key level. A weekly close above that, you feel all-time high comes in quickly, and then you can continue to push higher. To the downside, there's an area that I'm really keen to keep on my charts, and it's 46. Let's call it $47, which was key resistance back in February. Then we broke through to then find to find a bit of support before resistance again back in March. And if we broke through to the upside back in May, and we haven't quite retested it perfectly. So I'd be interested to see what happens in and around here. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I think some traders would be looking at something like that. Potentially to buy the dip, if you like. However, that said, a break below 46, and it wouldn't be too surprising to see 34s and 24s come into play as well. So it's a real key level. It's a battleground for the bulls and the bears. In the last sort of month or so, you could argue we are just in a bit of a range here, and it's not until we get above 64 or below 46 that we are out of it. And I'm not far away from agreeing with that. I think what's quite interesting, it's a relatively new public company. You can see the IPO, if I go back to the weekly chart, was at the sort of the mid to end point of November 2023. So it's relatively new, but it's gone up in waves. You can see here, push higher, come down, push higher, come down, push higher, come down, push higher, come down, push higher, come down. Are we about to get that next leg to the upside? Well, as I mentioned, there's potential two ways people will be looking to play this: the break above 64 to target new highs, or maybe we come back down to 46, but also the 100-day moving average, which has been fairly well respected, whether it be support or resistance multiple times already, would be something that I'd be looking at. So I think for those traders out there waiting patiently, 46 is an area that they'd be interested, along with the 100-day moving average. If it's not to come to that and we just continue in this range, then you could get that sort of breakout trade in and above 65. But it is worth saying just how volatile it can be. Let's put this onto a 15-minute chart. As I mentioned on the news of the acquisition, from where we closed on the 2nd, we went up as much as 19-20% before then traveling all the way back down to where we closed yesterday at 20% down as well. But let me know what your thoughts on it. How far could this go? Is this the start of a long and prosperous journey for investors, or is it going to be volatile, choppy, and direction unclear? Let me know your thoughts, but I'll see you on the next episode of Trader Talks.